What are some green flags early on in dating that the relationship should become serious? This was one of the most romantic things my husband did when we were early-ish in our relationship. He doesn't even remember it or think it was a big deal, but it was a huge green flag for me. I was preparing to move to a new apartment and had a ton of stuff going on in my life, including trying to coordinate moving out with expensive heat treatment for bed bugs that my a-hole landlord refused to be involved with. I was super stressed and drained, and when I was cleaning the fridge, one of the shelves inside literally shattered. I was basically beside myself and so frustrated because I knew that said a-hole landlord was going to screw me on my security deposit now after all I put up with. So I vented to my husband, then boyfriend, and was basically just like, I give up, everything is the worst. The next day he let me know that he had looked up my fridge model, found the shelf as a standalone piece and ordered it, and it would be there in 2 days, or whatever. I cried. I was so grateful. I was so overwhelmed and emotionally exhausted over the bed bugs and moving and everything else, and the fact that he saw that and just took something off my plate and handled it was such a relief. It showed me what a supportive partner he could be, and it was just what I needed. Also, when my parents' dog, which I'd grown up with, got old and stopped being able to jump onto his favorite chair, my husband, then boyfriend, built a ramp for the dog so he could still get up there to sit with my mom. And he matched it to her decor on purpose. These were all things he just felt like, well, of course, it was needed about, but they reinforced what a caring, thoughtful, loving, true partner he was. He still seeks out ways to do little things to make my life easier all the time, many years later. Obviously these examples are specific, but hopefully you see the overall green flag qualities they showed. On top of everything you said, he just sounds like a very intelligent, pragmatic and action-oriented person. On my second date, before I was supposed to move states, we got stuck in a parking garage cause of an accident for 45 minutes. We watched a non-subtitled foreign film on my phone, enjoyed talking with one another, and we connected despite being done with what we had planned to do and were stuck in a car. I ended up canceling my move and marrying the woman. Edit, just realized today was the day I proposed to her 3 years ago. Odd that it coincided with the post lol. What a cute story. Taking embarrassing shit in stride. This was pretty literal for me. Sorry, this is my second post. I used to have ulcerative colitis really severely, which led to me shitting myself far more often than one should shit themselves in their early 20s. When I first started seeing my husband, who is ASD, we'd drive from campus to my apartment, and I'd be like, white knuckle concentrating on not shitting myself in his car, run up the stairs, usually barely making it to the bathroom before he walked through the door. One night I didn't make it. I'm basically hiding in the bathroom and turn on the shower BC, it's a gross mess. On the other side of the door, he's all, why are you always so mad at me when we drive to your place? Did I say something? He'd been reading my try not to shit face as I'm angry. So I came clean and admitted I'd just shit myself, preparing for him to sort of back out slowly and end things as quickly as would be polite. This was within our first 2 months. His response instead: oh, so you just shit yourself? Where are your jeans? In the garbage. That's silly. Jeans are expensive. The laundromat is locked for the night, but do you have a bucket or something? We can soak them overnight and wash them tomorrow. You're really not grossed out? Shrug. Not like you could help it. Just like, talk to me. I thought you were mad. Tell me what's going on, you know? I had feared that exact scenario since I started having UC symptoms. And my future hubs just rolled with it. Years later, when I had my colectomy, he bathed me in the hospital. After that, when he had to have a circumcision at 25, I looked after his stitches / changed his bandages several times a day, and we laughed about how gross stuff was. He's seriously the best. Early in our dating days, I was on a train with my now husband. The inspector was checking our tickets while we were about to pull away from the station when my husband spotted a woman come running down the platform. He pointed this out to the inspector, who stuck his arm out the window and held the train until she got on. My husband was so casual about it, didn't think anything of it really, and it was a small action, but one that likely made her day better. I thought it said a lot about his character, that he'd help out a stranger who didn't even know it. I was right, he is still that kind of guy. My husband and I have endless conversations. There's nothing we can't talk about. Nothing. The first time we ever chatted on the phone we talked for 6 hours. We've been together for 15 years and still talk every day, several times a day. We love our breakfast time because we chat after eating and really enjoy each other's company. We love talking no matter where we are. And since he also works from home, we work together. There's lots of times we're saying nothing, just enjoying being around each other. But I love that we can talk about anything we want and it doesn't descend into an argument. About 4 months into my relationship I got injured. There was a chance that I wouldn't be able to walk again. My then girlfriend, now wife, said, "Don't worry, it's going to be okay, we can figure this out either way." I'm okay now, but just knowing she was going to stay with me no matter what was huge. We've been together 8 years now. We have our challenges, but at the end of the day we both know we're there for each other. When my relationship was brand new, my boyfriend came over late one night to relax after playing a show. It was storming down, pouring outside, and we were cracking open some whiskey. Suddenly, my cat started yowling as if he was in pain and making frequent, unsuccessful trips to the litter box. He has a history of kidney issues and I thought he may have had a stone lodged in his urinary tract, a pretty emergent issue. I apologized and said I needed to run him to the animal hospital ASAP. "Our cozy night in is over, I'm so sorry. You can stay here if you want, but I totally understand if you want to go home." My boyfriend didn't miss a beat, refused to leave our side and helped me get my cat into his carrier. I was really upset, crying. My cat is elderly and the thought of him having an emergency procedure was so scary at the time, but he treated both of us so gently and was a huge source of comfort. He even took his overshirt off and covered up my cat's carrier so he wouldn't get rained on the way to my car, getting soaked in the process and not acting like he was bothered or inconvenienced. I was completely taken aback and deeply touched. This was the moment I began to fall seriously for him. It's been 3.5 years now and he continues to show deep compassion for people, animals in need, and is so helpful, comforting and wonderful in dark/stressful times. Also, my cat was absolutely fine. The vet said he was just having an off day. A $400 off day. Cats. Edit, changed shirt to overshirt, he wasn't topless at the emergency vet. How good is their company during a drive, or when there is nothing to do? My future wife and I found that we loved just spending time together. We could talk for hours in a car during a drive. Sometimes the drive was more interesting than where we were going. A few weeks into our relationship, we went through a drive-through and she spontaneously unwrapped and rewrapped my burger so I could eat it while driving with clean hands. I knew I was going to marry her. Just over a week from now it will be 23 years. Thanks for watching till the end.